Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. My sweet bovine babies. Everyone's got a story. What is yours? So I'm going to find out. It's kind of exciting. I just debuted it in the Aries reading. So I got the little tiny pocket edition of the Wild Unknown Tarot. Here it is. So we're going to use it. And it's probably all I'm going to use, to be honest. So I'm going to find out what your story is. What is your story? Your story could be the whole process of your life in general. Like we're going to just kind of, cold notes on that. It could be about something that specifically you've just been going through in the last little while. It could be something you're going through right now. Or it could be something that you perceive that you'll be going through in the future. It's just a story and everyone's got one. So what is yours, Taurus? I'm going to find out. It's general, so it may or may not resonate. If it does and you're drawn to it, there is going to be an extended. The link to that will be at the top of the description within this video. I will also apologize now because I'm Canadian. So we all always apologize. I had an orthodontic adjustment yesterday. They're hitting me hard and heavy right now. Adjustments. I'm on Advil because my mouth is quite sore. It doesn't really change the rest of me though. I'm just pretty happy about life, so I want to do my readings. But also, things are shifting. There's tension in new spots, so my tongue is struggling a bit. So I do apologize if my speech is not perfect. One day. Next year, it's got to come out next year. Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, I think the braces will. Well, I don't really care at this point. It's metal bars in my mouth that are creating the perfect arch for my perfect bite, because I needed to get my bite corrected. If you're not familiar with my journey and my orthodontic work, I needed to get my bite corrected to prevent extreme wear and tear on my jaw. So anyways, when you're working with a specialist, they're not just going to make it so that, okay, now it's good, it won't do that. It needs to be perfect. So I'm suffering through that. So I do apologize, Taurus, but let's get into it. Shall we? Everyone's got a story. What is yours, Taurus? What is your story? Your story is the 10 of Cups. Is that it? Your story is emotional fulfillment. Could you have pulled out a more beautiful card and such a simple way of speaking, or the universe speaking to you anyways? I'm really liking this because this is the first time I've ever sat and really looked at what's going on in this card. So it's interesting, isn't it, that the each cup, each chalice at the top has one color coming out. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Where's violet and indigo? I don't know. They went for a walk. So anyways. And what's so interesting is that all the ones at the bottom are taking a bit from each one. So each one of these chalices has something, like some sort of emotional element, a way of expressing emotions, a way of feeling and experiencing emotions in a very unique way. I mean, we could look at the two. What's really interesting is that the colors of the rainbow are the same as the chakras. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So we're not really talking about indigo and violet. We're stopping at blue, which is the throat chakra, which is Taurus. That would be the chakra that would represent you, because the throat, the neck, is your element. Whoa. So deep. Okay. So we're not talking about the third eye or the crown chakra in this discussion. Okay, maybe those are elements that you don't need to work on. You've got those good. That's good for you. You don't really need to expand those, or I don't know. I'm just gonna read what I got here. Okay, so I want to say red could be like how grounded you are in life, which would seem like a very natural thing. Although, for me, that is a very Aries energy, because it's the first chakra and it's red, and it's also in the groin area. So it's a very It could be a very sexually driven energy too. So it's about being grounded, like in the earth element. However, your sign, your house placement too. I don't know if it's a house or just Taurus, because you're the second. I think of the first is the head, the second is the neck, the throat. And speaking your desires. So we're gonna go through each one. Wow, and you're gonna get like a whole reading from one card. So speaking your desires, your most primal need in life. And these are feelings. These are also associated to your feelings. So speaking, expressing your more primal needs and desires, being able to do that. Once you are able to open this cup up and let it flow, it automatically goes into all of these. These are, so this almost feels like masculine energy here. The top cups are coming up like a masculine, like a yang. So it pushes it out there into the world. And then at the bottom, it receives. But when it receives, it creates something with it. And it's kind of interesting if you think about just like procreation and animals, most animals, that there is like a masculine seed that is put into a feminine nest, or it's getting kind of weird. I don't want it to go that weird. You know what I mean? And then, but it makes something, it creates something. And in that creation, it kind of encompasses all these others. So it expresses, it's almost like the feminine energy within you finds a way to express. And you are a feminine sign. You are a feminine sign. So you must receive this. You must receive it and sort of alchemize it, allow it to go within you and transform you so that you can express it. Excuse me. I burp so much when I'm talking like this. The orange. I'm getting the second chakra. Why am I not visualizing it? Oh, okay. No, yeah, I am. No, it's the third chakra. Oh, I'm confused. Here, give me a hot minute. Give me a hot minute. Oh, no, this is the wrong deck. This is the angels. I organized my, where is it? Oh, here it is. I organized my cards yesterday. Let's pull out the chakras. We're going to pull out the ones we're talking about to keep Miss Cindy on track here. Okay, the third. Okay, so the second would be the orange one, right? Yeah, it would have to be. You know what, it's just because I've looked at these so many times, they look so similar. But when I put them beside each other, now I can see it. This is orange and this is yellow. So that does make sense. Okay, let's pull them all out. Oh, there's the base. The hot red one at the crotch. We're not doing 7th or 6th. There's the 6th. We're not doing that. Oh, heart. And then we need your throat. Oh, where is it? Where's the throat chakra? I must have missed it. Isn't that funny? Because that's the one that is you. Oh, there he is. Okay, there we go. Don't tell me something is missing. Okay, this goes in there. Yeah. Okay, so we have all your chakras out. The ones that we're talking about here for you. So, the Coles notes in this, really simplified, is that your story, Taurus, is about balancing all of these chakras. And when you do that, it's like you've got all the pistons firing. But the key here is that all of these, so when we get into the second chakra, this is like, so the orange, it's the house of the soul. It's a very creative area that you may not let all people go into. It's also sort of your vulnerable side. It's the soft underbelly, and it's actually, it's really interesting. If you think about where that sits, you could see this as masculine and feminine, reproductive part. I don't know why that is coming into your reading, but it's how it's coming through. The masculine, the feminine, the receptacle, and creating something with it. So the masculine's parts are down here, and they're outside of the body. And then the feminines are in exactly the spot, like the soft part of your tummy where there's nothing there to protect it. There's no bones, there's no cartilage there. It is an area of vulnerability, but that's where the incubation occurs. So it is also about incubating the soul, allowing the soul to grow. See, this is what you need to express. You need to be able to express this. You need to be able to express yourself when you're feeling vulnerable. You need to be able to express yourself about your vulnerabilities. You need to actually, I feel like too, on some level, create through your vulnerabilities. And then what does that lead us to but confidence? I always get that with the third chakra. Very common. This is your gut. This is going with your gut because it's sitting right in here. So sort of like the diaphragm area too. It's also what feeds your breath, which is about to take us into the heart chakra area. Which the heart chakra, if you think about it, is not just the heart, but it's also the lungs. So it is your sacred breath. So this is that, the diaphragm, the gut instinct, the confidence. You know, I just know. I know I can do this, believing in yourself. But before you can get there, you have to melt together these, it is a masculine and a feminine. The drive, the vulnerability, the procreation, the receptiveness. This is a very raw story. So once you get here, this also has a feeling of like, now how do we put this into the blue, because it's all coming back. It all comes back to you. How does that work? I can't see it. Okay, so now I get it. It's doing a conundrum on my brain. My brain is getting lost in the lines. So all the red comes out of here and each one goes into one of these. All the just to clarify for me. So, but it feeds it back. So you literally, your story is you get what you put into life. You're going to get what you put into life. But first, you have to work through all of these chakras to get there. For whatever reason, what's at the bottom? The Eight of Swords. Whoa, the Hangman. Daughter of Pentacles. Okay, we'll get into that. For whatever reason, your fifth and sixth your sixth and seventh chakras are not showing up. So it's not part of your story. Either it's just such a natural element for you, and probably is, because I can't see you going through life without those. So you have to actually build your chakras up from the bottom up and then speak it. Okay, so getting into the heart. Leadership, sorry. Leadership, drive, belief in oneself. But you see, the key to that is you can't get there without going through these first. And I think the most important one is the second chakra, because this is understanding your own vulnerability. And once you understand your own vulnerability, you have a real good appreciation for other people's vulnerability. Because showing up in this, with it being like really, truly healthy, you're not going to steamroll over anybody. You're not going to discount other people's fears. You're going to rise up above those in a healthy way. But that's what we're talking about. We're talking about opening these up. Because the person, you know, if you've ever dealt with someone who's in a leadership role, and in that role, they'll throw anyone under the bus if they need to. I'll put the underling under the bus, so my job is okay, not important. Or, you know, they'll take other people's ideas who may work under them and use them for themselves and never give that person credit. Like that, they build themselves up, but they're a fake asshole. They're a real asshole being like a fake emperor. So, but I would want to say that those are usually the most insecure people. The people that have to push other people down to push themselves up. They have a very underdeveloped third chakra. So when you utilize this properly, it feeds back to you. When you raise yourself up by raising those around you up as well, it's going to work out great for all of you, right? That's how that's feeding back to you. But it's how you express this confidence. This is very important. Now we get to the fourth chakra, the heart. What I always find interesting about this card, I don't really see it. Well, no, there's some. Some of these are highlighting other chakras. We have the stars around the crown chakra. But this third chakra, right, the heart is being lit up, and then the crown chakra is also being lit up. Allowing yourself to see things properly without the ego being a major influence. And it really, just glowing with that. Confidence in the heart. This is what that leads to. Because this has a bit of a white light above the head. So it doesn't seem to represent anything that we're talking about here. But this yellow energy starts to appear in the heart. So it is creating the confidence for you to open up your heart. For you to love, to express in love, to feel love. And also your sacred breath, just thinking about that. The heart is the first organ that's functioning in the body. I believe it is the first one. It is the first organ. Before you even have a brain functioning. Boom, boom, boom. Heart's already going. It's there. We got to have the engine ready to catapult everything else forward. So there it is. You've got it. So the sacred breath, expressing this, taking time to breathe out, taking time to disseminate. I wanted to say discern, but I don't know why that came out. So, okay, take that as you will. Taking time to feel, to express your feelings. And express your feelings confidently without having some sort of underlying reason for it. Beyond just the fact that they exist and flowing in this. And then the fifth chakra is what we're talking about. This is the full expression of all of this energy. Being able to voice it, to talk about it. It seems like, because, too, I want to think, if the head was more involved here, if we were talking about the head, it would be how you receive this information. But it seems more about how you're able to put it out there. Like you're containing it. You have the Eight of Swords and the Hanged Man as two of the three underlying. That's very contained. Very contained. Observing, keeping everything within you, housed in, cocooned, protected, and just watching. Like even the bat looks cocooned. He's got his wings wrapped around him, just like the wings of this butterfly are wrapped around in a cocoon. So yeah, you're keeping yourself all locked in, all locked in. And then the Daughter of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, kind of stepping forward cautiously, carefully, trying to learn. I feel like your story is not utilizing how you could learn as well as you could. Not utilizing the elements of yourself in this learning process. Because the biggest thing that comes through, we end with the fifth chakra. It's the last one here. It's the blue. Your expression. You're keeping yourself all bound up. But here we go. This is your journey. Each one that you express, your passions, your desires. I mean, this doesn't mean you just come up to somebody at work or at the bus stop and say, you know what? I think you're the hottest thing I've ever seen. You inspire me to create artwork. I'd love to paint you naked. That's kind of, that's sort of that red chakra. No, but it could be just, expression can also take place through writing, through poetry, through music, through art, photography, knitting, needlepoint, I don't know, whatever. Like there's ways to express yourself, to be understood with the fifth chakra, to communicate these, perhaps even in a partnership. If you have certain physical desires and wants, to be able to express this comfortably, maturely, honestly with a partner. To allow yourself to be vulnerable. If they think you're weird or they reject you, is that them or is that you? If these are feelings or needs that you have, allow yourself to be vulnerable. Tell them, I feel really vulnerable in this situation right now. I feel like I need to protect myself. Like express these things. I'm feeling pretty confident about this situation. But how do you utilize that? You don't push others down to raise yourself up, right? We raise each other up in that. And now I feel like I'm repeating myself, but that's your story, Taurus. Is allowing yourself to express who you are. And that makes so much sense, being the throat area, the throat chakra. And that is it. It's interesting because after that, it's reversed. Oh, I like that. It's reversed. It's the Seven of Cups reversed. When it's right, like the moon is at the top and the sun is at the bottom. But when we reverse it, we have the sun at the top. So moving towards your wish fulfillments. Yeah, actually the picture, I never realized that. Well, now I see it like this. Yeah. Like you can see the silhouette of the mountains. The picture looks correct. When I flip it like this, I don't know, I guess it's correct too, but the sky is dark. The sky is light and the horizon is dark. Oh, it goes this way. So that is your story, Taurus. Everyone's got one, and that one's yours. I'm going to go do the extended. So I can tell you, in the extended, I have been called to, it's just open message. I have been called to combine my Kim Krantz Wild Unknown Tarot and Oracle decks. So that's what I'm going to be utilizing in the extended for you, Taurus. Thank you so much, my bovine babies. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.